Hello students, welcome to today's lecture series on AGM 311 Introduction to Farm Mechanization Study Section 1. The title of today's study section is Farm Mechanization Introduction. Machines are generally used to do various work on the farm, such as land clearing, land preparation, crop planting, as well as crop harvesting. Machines are used to carry out all these numerous work on the farm, thus making such work less tasking. Agricultural mechanization is a way of improving farming operation through the use of machine equipment and tools, as well as implement and structure to enhance productivity and to reduce drudgery in the farm. This study section brings into focus the usefulness of agricultural mechanization in farming. Learning outcome for study section 2. In completion of this study section, you should be able to define the concept of farm mechanization, enumerate the objective of farm mechanization, state the principles and uses of simple farm machines and workshop tools. Farm mechanization. Farm mechanization is the use of machine for various farm operations to encourage efficiency guaranteed, increase productivity, and reduce drudgery. According to Food and Agriculture Organization, farm mechanization is the application of tools, implements, and machineries in order to achieve agricultural production. It is also the application of engineering principles for operating farm machines with a view to increasing farm operations and output. Aims and objectives of agricultural mechanization. As indicated in the definition of farm mechanization, agricultural mechanization is aimed at achieving the following objectives. 1. To encourage farmers to practice large-scale farming, to increase yield of farm produce, to reduce farm hazard. Other objectives of agricultural mechanization is to enhance quality farm produce, to ensure that farm work are carried out very fast, to save labor through the use of human labor replacement with machine, to make farm work easy, interesting, and attractive to youth. Basic farm machines. Basic farm machine. A machine is an appliance or piece of equipment that uses power to do a particular job. For instance, the raising upward of heavy load with relatively small force. Machines are used in the production and processing of crop. Such machines are mowing machine, threshing machines, and so on. A mowing, threshing, or other type of simple machine, they are made up of many simple machines. These simple machines are sometimes called basic machines. We have different types of basic machine. We have the lever, we have the pulley, we have the screw and gears, we have the inclined plane, we have the wheels and axle. We also have the wedge. We are going to discuss these basic machines one after the other, starting one after the other. But before then, we have to look at the properties of a basic machine. Some properties common to all basic machines are the mechanical advantage, we have the velocity ratios, and the efficiency. We look at the properties one after the other, starting with mechanical advantage. Mechanical advantage is the ratio of the work force delivered by a machine to the applied force. Then we have the velocity ratio to be the ratio of the distance moved by effort to the distance moved by the load itself. Then lastly, we have the efficiency. Efficiency of the machine is the ratio of the work done by the machine to the work done on it. Now, we are going to look at basic machines one after the other, starting with the lever. The lever is the simplest form of machine. For example, a long pole or a rigid bar that is pivoted on a fulcrum to raise heavy load, as seen on the slide. The fixed point at which the straight long pole or rigid bar rotates is the fulcrum. The next basic machine we are going to be talking about is the pulley system. We have on the slide a single pulley, an example of a single pulley. Let us consider a single pulley as shown on the slide. A rope over the pulley is used to lift a load at one end by pulling the rope on the other end. The pulley is made up of a groove wheel which can turn easily and freely in a frame referred to as block. The distance moved by the effort downwards is equal to the distance moved upward by the load. Next example of basic machine is the wheel and axis as shown on the slide. The wheel and axis are commonly found in vehicle wheels and bicycle wheels as well as in pulleys. The wheel and axis are made up of wheels of different radius as shown on the slide. We have the radius of the wheel to be big R while the radius of the axle to be small r. The load to carry is borne by the axis while the effort is applied on the wheel. The next one is the inclined plane. Consider a process whereby a palm oil farmer wants to move a big drum. If the drum of the palm oil is to be loaded on the floor of a trailer coupled to the tractor, the heavy drum of the palm oil can be lifted into the trailer with the use of a plank placed in an inclined plane at an angle of theta to the horizontal as shown on the slide. Then the next one is the screw. The screw, also known as the bolt and nut, is a simple machine with a screw thread. The distance between successive threads is referred to as pitch, and a typical screw is shown on the slide. A typical example of is a screw jack. The screw jack is a typical example of a screw which is normally used to lift cars or tractors. During usage, the screw head is made to turn one complete revolution. Then the screw, which is the load, travels upward or outward and cover a distance equal to the pitch. Then the next type of basic machine is the gear. Gear are meant to increase or decrease the speed. Gear are used in cars, tractors, bicycles, and cranes. For instance, in tractor, gears may be used to change the speed of the rear wheel in spite of the fact that the gear speed remains constant. Thank you for listening. Hope you have a wonderful day.